Good morning, everyone. Thank you, Jane, Christina, for the invitation to share my experience here with industry colleagues in this environment. Yes, coming from a much better climate, weather, but the place is very nice, and I'm happy to be here. So what I'm going to share today is based on my experience in terms of how we approach the partnerships, and then you can create the perfect environment to evolve to a strategic partnership since beginning. So basically here, we're going to talk about the changing environment that we are seeing in our industry in different markets. Obviously, we have been changing from, let's say, commercial models to specialty-driven approach to the market. Also, we need to look at the growth potential of the partnership since beginning. The specific challenge that that market represents should really drive the discussions. So it's obvious the main responsibility of the licensee to present to the licensor what is all about the market, and then it should really drive the negotiation. And the mindset that you apply since beginning, it's crucial to evolve the partnership into a strategic one. So in terms of the changing environment, you probably are seeing how we have been evolving from synthetic molecules to biologics, new mechanisms of actions, into rare disease, cell therapies, gene therapies. Obviously, we have been moving from volume-driven population target to very niche personalized care. So we need to look into the partners that we used to have in the past, and now what we need to look for depending on the product that you are discussing. So this is something that may not be so new, but in reality, in most of the cases, the out-licensors are looking at the same partners just based on the history, based on the big names that you had in that specific region. And sometimes you have new let's say, players that they can do much better depending on the product that you are discussing. In terms of treating physicians, generalists to specialists, multidisciplinary team role. This is important because in the past, it was most of size of the sales team, marketing teams, and now depends on the product you're discussing, the specific therapeutic area is not really what drives the results. You need, for example, market access teams that they can really obtain the right pricing for the product, for example. In most of the cases, if you don't get the right price, doesn't matter the size of the team, they will not be able to commercialize any product. So it's really, you need to understand what's going on in that specific market. And we have some cases where the pricing approval is the big challenge you have for that specific market. I can speak, for example, in terms of Brazil. Brazil, the pricing approval is really challenging. And other countries in Latin America will be based on the price in Brazil. So you really need to understand this point. Real-world evidence. Is this partner able to generate real-world evidence for you? You can really think about several other aspects, and we can discuss later. And I can also share with you guys what's going on in Canada and Latin America, but also some other markets. Okay, it seems obvious. Everyone would prefer to have a strategic partner, but in reality, even who is looking for that has been failing. I mean, most of the executives that are looking for strategic partnerships, they are not achieving successful deals in this case. So it's really, what we need to do is to start with the right mindset in place since beginning. So in terms of moving from the ladder of strategic partnerships, you're going to start obviously with opportunistic partnerships, and it's all based on transfer price, supply price, royalties. For this, you really need to have a product that is sizable enough for the opportunity. You need to have good cost of goods. The price that you target in that market should be enough. And if you have all of that, that's fine. Let's get the opportunistic partnership and move forward. But it's much better if you look at long-term view, if you look at the opportunities that you may have in the long term, and how you can expand that collaboration. Even in case you have one product that is really good in terms of business case, you may face in the second or the third product that you are negotiating a scenario where the price is challenging, the cost of goods is not good enough for that market. So it's much better if you look at a basket of products or multi-country deals. So you need to create, since beginning in the agreement, room for additional products, room for adding additional countries. And with this, you can balance in case you need to compensate for margins using different products or different countries. Obviously, you need to share the details of that market, the challenge you're facing. You need to be transparent in order to find these buckets of opportunities. If you have that, you can think about moving up on a co-development project. If you have an out-licensor that is developing, let's say, a platform, they will need some interesting business case to justify the investments. So if you are able to identify in the partner that you have started with one product a good ground to generate new projects that justifies the investment, so it's much better. So you can think about co-developing since beginning in new projects with that partner that you have started the relationship. Once you have a co-development with that specific partner, why not invest on a new technology, in a platform? And with this, it's going to be very suitable for companies that are interested in moving up on the innovation ladder in value-added type of products. So you don't need to be stuck on what you have been doing so far. You can think about, in a platform, for example, to out-license to other markets, but also to move to a contractual joint venture where you can get royalties from the commercialization in a different market. So you open up several opportunities, several avenues. If you are, since beginning, creating, obviously, transparent, you need to create trust in this relationship. You need to apply in each step a strong governance process with a clear determination of responsibilities for each part. And once you move up, you also need to align on terms of innovation view. Is this company interested to innovate, to move into this, or it's not the case? It's just to generate money and keeping the generic business. So you really need to understand if the vision is aligned between the partners. And obviously, if you move to a contractual joint venture, you have to be fully aligned in terms of values and behaviors. I did that in terms of partners. I started with initial projects, but then just to share an example, when I was in my previous company, we created a contractual joint venture with Ferring from Switzerland, where we invested in nanotechnology. We created the lab together, and there are several products under development. But this is just an example, and we started from just one project and moving up to the ladder that I just described it here. So in terms of key takeaways, it's fundamental to start the collaboration with this long-term view and mindset towards the opportunities that we may have in the future. This expanded view can open up really great and impactful business opportunities. The right mindset, and you need to understand if the skill sets of the partner really resonates with the product needs. So something that you need to invest time since beginning. Transparency, governance, focus on the ultimate goal and alignment is crucial to succeed. Our company is totally open to that. Knight Therapeutics is a Canadian company based in Montreal, but now we have operations in Canada and also 10 other countries in Latin America. For Central America and Caribbean, we use specific distributors. We have more than 700 employees, 100 products, 20 partners. The company is based on partnerships. So all the products that we have been commercializing is from partners. We have some manufacturing sites to manufacture products for some of the countries we have in our region. We have a distribution hub that we can get the product from this hub and then distribute throughout Latin America. And we have been investing in some partnerships like that. So even here, I have partners where we started with a product. Now we are discussing co-development and potentially to co-invest in a technological platform. So we are open to that to discuss with all of you. In terms of the region that I just mentioned, Pan-American ex-US region represents roughly 6% of the global market. Brazil is the one that represents the most of the opportunity in terms of growth and size. Canada is also a growing market, but it's more for, not for, let's say, incremental innovation. This is more for Latin America. If you have new technologies in Latin America, you have a lot of room. In Canada, it's more like once you have a generic, it's going to take over the market, and it's not like well received so type of incremental innovation. So each market, each country has its particularities, and I'm open to discuss with you and for us to check and see what opportunities we have to collaborate. Lastly, Knight Therapeutics has both models in terms of specialty-driven business and also commercial model based on large sales team and all the regular types of medical detailing we need. I'm here these 2 days to discuss with you guys even out-licensing, in-licensing, and all the opportunities that I just described to you. That's it.